In this video, I'll be showing you version 1.4 of my code generator/framework. New features are that you can now add extra columns, override existing ones, and the inclusion of Bootstrap to the projects. Some parts of this video will be sped up to save time. As before, we need to create a database first. I'm going to create my database, use it, and show you that there are no tables in it. I have already done a simple script. The notation that you need to use is very easy to understand. The first two lines are the name of the project, which is also the name of the database, and a footer that will appear on every page. Then we have an empty line and every table of our database with every column it has. Indentation for the column names is needed. If you don't write any data type after the column name, it will be taken as a varchar 255. If you write a number, it will be taken as a varchar of such length. You can also use any traditional data types, and if you use an asterisk, it will also be a varchar 255, but it will store a link to images or files, and the create, read, update, and delete modules will take that into account and manage the file for you. Now I am executing the program. It takes three parameters, which are the host, user, and password for the database server. Watch as a new folder gets created in my Finder window. That is the entire website. The program also executes queries on our database, which include the creation of two tables for our project's identity management. Now I'm just copying the website to my htdocs folder. I'm using localhost to avoid having to censor my password, but I'll be uploading it later. This is our project. It's finished. The default logo image can be replaced in the images folder. I've got it online now, and I'm going to populate my tables. These are some parents. Notice that the columns with an asterisk get a choose file button. These are some teachers. And these are some classes. Also notice that when I create a class, I get a drop-down box with the teachers, as when I create a student, I get a drop-down box for the class, the mother, and the father. This was all specified in our script. The framework creates a permissions file and a table for users and user types. You can specify read, delete, and create permissions on each table for each user type. By default, there are just two user types, admins and users. Admins being able to do everything on every table, and users only being able to see tables that are not about user management, and not being able to do anything else. By default, only one admin is created. I will be adding a second admin and a user. As I log in with a user, I see I can no longer add, update, or delete anything, and I can no longer read the table's users and user types. But when I log in as a second admin, I can do everything I could do with the first admin again. Now I'm going to show you a very simple example of how you can expand on a project, and after that I'm going to show you a finished project that was actually used to manage tasks in a software development center. Inside the student subfolder, I have these three files. Two of them are new and the v.php has been modified. In total, I added 3 lines of code, one in each file, and that's it. It's very simple. In tvextra, I wrote the contents of my new column. In this case, it's just a string, but as you can imagine, I could have done any calculation in there. The entire row is available for me without making queries because the file is just included into the file that made those queries and had those variables ready. I could have also made new queries or done about anything. In override notes, I am overriding the content of the column notes. As before in this example, it is just a string, but anything could have been done here. Finally, in v.php, I declared a variable that contains the extra header for my new column. Multiple headers can be put into this variable if you want multiple columns to be added. And this is the result. I am overriding this. This is an extra column, my extra call. Right, so now this is a finished example of what you can do with a framework. This project was used to manage tasks of different projects among software developers. We have projects, activities, people, and tasks. I added this slider on the left to filter rows. I also added little colored buttons inside some cells to do the same thing. And the images have a mask on them, that's why they look round. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this project, and hopefully I will be uploading version 1.5 soon.